my choices really have anything to do with the game, or is it just a story? I have no idea.
So before the suffering begins, I want to introduce you guys to a new show I've been excited to start for some time. The Sweg Search. In short, it's meant to be a self-aware, fun kind of mix between a review and gameplay show decided by you. Stick around to the end if you want to know how you can contribute to the next one with a new game every, episode. And now this. You've probably seen YouTube ads for this abomination. The epitome of the worst of clickbait culture with this and this. But what is it? I mean, according to them, episode lets you live your stories. One choice you make can change everything. That's a straight up lie, like legitimate fraud. Episode is like if Telltale was a person that got severe brain damage, but kept writing stories against their will, then died and kept writing stories. Episode is what you would get from Telltale's corpse. So I feel like this game is some kind of commercial marketplace. Like anyone can license their own identity into the game. Oh no. Our fans love these 3 stories. How do you know this? Who told you this? Who told you these lies? Wait, what? I didn't even press anything. Episode Interactive claims that the game has over 75,000 stories. That's probably true. But only because they're all They're way past the level of writing stories on an illegal production line with child workers. They just straight up designed a robot to crank out the same story with different skins. The library of stories, some with licensed people like Demi Lovato, the Dolan twins, and Cameron Dallas. Who that? IPs like Mean Girls, Pitch Perfect, and Pretty Little Liars. Celebrities now have an option of who they like to sell their souls to. I'd still pick the devil. Give me that give me that Christmas style. With a plethora of stories separated into those written by the staff and those written by the community, you can choose from a selection of romance stories, and romance stories, characterized by the trash and sensationalism you already know episode from in hits like Crush on Mr. Bad Boy to Living with My Crush and Troublemaker with its much anticipated sequel, Troublemaker Infinity War. I mean, Double Trouble. Thanks for that, man. I think you've noticed a trend here. With an emphasis on teenage girl-related properties and characters, they seem to be the demographic with virtually every story revolving around relationships, dating, and sex, which is absolutely enthralling and totally never gets old. After creating your avatar, you're plunged into a story you navigate with taps, and free roam gameplay. More taps for story tings with non-existent conversation trees like, "'Cause you're a good person." So I said, "'Cause you're a good person" last time. Now I'll say, "I'll do anything." Anything? I'll take you to the Billy, but you'll owe me. See, it's the exact same thing. But that's nothing. The issues come in the form of premium choices. Yeah. You know that one thing you do in this game? Make choices? Yeah, well, for the important ones, you gotta pay money.
Wait, I have to buy to meet Demi Lovato. And it'll cost me $2. $2. I think I'm good, but thank you.
Seriously. It's like paying to use a kill streak in an FPS game. You can play without them, but it's seriously inconvenient, a disadvantage, and a detriment to the entire experience. To add bacteria to the festering wound that is this game, every story is broken into pieces called episodes, dependent upon tickets called passes to play, 1 ticket per episode. You only get about 2 or 3, and they replenish every few hours, but if you use them up and still need to get through those 22 episodes of Pitch Perfect, you could always shell out some real money. Don't cry, Karl Marx. It's okay, don't worry. Where the game does have a glimmer of hope though, and actually shines in some aspects, is in the community of user-written stories free from the rampant consumerism of the trashy soap opera level formulaic tales by episode. And that, ladies and gentlemen, says quite a lot. Since there's a myriad of genres and stories can actually be featured on the front page, actual talent can get an opportunity to show their chops and tell a passionate story with no gems. Look, Karl Marx is happy again. But this also introduces the biggest, most manipulative issue with the episode. But I'll get back to that later.
Get them bottles poppin', we get that drippin', that drop. Now give me 2 more bottles, cause you know it don't stop.
Swiss, you have to talk about the graphics, okay? You have to.
Okay,
alright, okay. With strange, stilted 2D animation. Apparently all this is an upgrade from when the game first began. With horrible contrast from the background, the character models are placed against an actual picture for a background, which really shows when the camera zooms and, you know, that's it. No props, no legitimate locations. The cheapness really shows when you look at the real life characters. Like, does this look like Anna Kendrick? I mean, yeah, but it sucks. The simplest of actions look unnatural and weird. What?
Hey, I was doing just fine before I met you. I drink too much and that's an issue.
Is this whole game just like a big ego boost for Demi Lovato? I don't understand.
Oh, guys, I don't want to do this anymore. No, I don't want to do it anymore. No, give me the gun. Give me the fudge!
Drink it up, drink it up. Sober girls around me, they be acting like they drunk. They be acting like they drunk.
So you've probably been wondering what that massive issue I was talking about was. Well, when you give people free reign to do whatever they like, what happens? Think about YouTube. You get ISIS videos. And with a game that's full of sultry sex stories, I wonder what smut the everyman's gonna come up with. But Swiss, does an episode have rules and guidelines? And besides, what's wrong with sex, you prude? People can read whatever they want. True. People can read whatever they want, and I have no problem with the stories on episode, honestly. But I left out one crucial detail. The first time you boot this game, it asks you to confirm if you're 13 and over. And these are the stories being pushed to 13-year-olds.
Episode is capitalistic abortion of storytelling. Yeah, it's like you entered inappropriate content.
So for those of you who are wondering why this game is so popular, that's why. There's a bunch of curious, edgy kids playing it. I mean, look at the clickbait thumbnails of the people who play through this game. Help me.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cupquake and today is Friday! Yay! Which means we are going to...
Episode Interactive isn't confident with what they have to offer. That's why they have to try to get your attention with this rubbish. And after taking a look, there's absolutely no surprise why. This game is so low on the Sweg meter, it's broken. It gets 7 dead Teletubbies out of 999. So that's the first episode down. Finally, deleting that game was the most satisfying thing after the treacherous week of playing it. My goodness. For the next episode of Sweg Search, I want you guys actually to decide what's next. That's what's going to be the format for every single episode. So comment the games you want me to play and make sure you take a look at the comment section anyway. So you like the post that you agree with, then I'll go with the most popular one. Make sure to follow my Twitter and Instagram at @_Swiss for updates and general dope stuff, you know. Peace.
I'm an old man, rich Amazonian pet. Rap game, rich Amazonian pet. Old man got money and he didn't do shit. Let me say he made a mill from the 80-inch grits with a 7-inch Glock and a 20-inch dick.